Have you ever noticed how every time Kendrick Lamar drops something new, the entire hip-hop scene seems to shake? Well, get ready, because once again, chaos has erupted, and this time it's coming straight from Kanye West. After Playboi Carti unleashed his latest album, people couldn't stop talking about Kendrick Lamar's surprise features. But one person wasn't thrilled at all: Kanye. In a few short words, he set off a firestorm that no one saw coming. "I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. He raps very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Carti album. Why would a hip-hop legend lash out so bluntly at another acclaimed superstar? And how does this tie into the ongoing drama of Carti's new record? You won't believe the underlying jealousy, shifting alliances, and twisted emotions driving this feud, and it's only getting hotter. Playboi Carti has always been a master of surprises, but his newest album, often called I Am Music, broke every mold. The buzz hit fever pitch right away, with fans dissecting each track, looking for any cryptic lines or guest spots. Yet the real bombshell came when people realized Kendrick Lamar was more than just a one-time cameo, had multiple features threaded throughout the entire project. In fact, Carti entrusted Kendrick with some of the most pivotal moments on the album: ad-libs, hooks, and even a complete verse. It didn't take long for social media to explode, declaring this collaboration an absolute triumph. Was Carti turning to Kendrick for a new sonic direction? Or had he quietly replaced Kanye's usual input with someone on top of the rap food chain? One thing's certain, fans were stunned that the very artist Kanye mentored was now forming a dynamic duo with the man some call the new king of hip-hop. But that wasn't the full story, because when Kanye heard this album, what he said next took everyone's breath away. Moments after the album's release, Kanye West hopped online to discuss Carti's project and wasted no time firing shots at Kendrick. He typed out a statement that echoed across hip-hop forums, stirring up every corner of the internet. "I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music. He raps very good, but I didn't need to hear him on Carti album." That abrupt confession immediately grabbed headlines. Why such a personal jab? In the eyes of many, it wasn't just a slam on Kendrick's style. It felt like Kanye was outraged that Carti gave Kendrick multiple prime slots on the album. Critics and fans alike started asking, is Kanye's frustration a sign of something deeper? Has he reached a tipping point, feeling overshadowed by Kendrick's unstoppable climb? For a producer who once thrived on uplifting emerging talents, this sudden pivot seemed uncharacteristically hostile. Viewers wondered if it was jealousy, bitterness, or something else entirely. And all across social media, you could see fans scrambling to make sense of Kanye's words. But how did we get here? Let's peek behind the scenes at what might really be driving Kanye's fury. If you've watched the hip-hop world for any stretch of time, you know it's never short on drama. Rivalries, alliances, and unexpected twists have shaped rap culture for decades. But here's the catch. Kanye West has been a titan in this industry for years, bringing bold production, forward-thinking albums, and boundary-pushing ideas. Meanwhile, Kendrick Lamar burst onto the scene and rapidly became the genre's prime lyrical force, scooping up awards, toppling chart records, and earning near-universal respect. Some observers believe Kanye secretly can't stand how quickly Kendrick rose to a level of influence that many once associated with Kanye himself. To make matters worse, fans still celebrate Kendrick for what some consider the final blow to Drake's dominancy of victory Kanye tried for ages but never quite nailed. It's as if every milestone Kendrick reaches reminds Kanye of something he hasn't accomplished, further fueling that lingering envy. Deep down, Kanye might see Kendrick as the embodiment of all the accolades he once enjoyed. The press hails Kendrick's music as groundbreaking. Listeners praise him for lyrical depth. He's invited to colossal performances and special events, while Kanye's recognition in recent years has gotten tangled in controversy. Over time, each of Kendrick's achievements may have chipped away at Kanye's pride, leading to the explosive rant we're witnessing now. But it goes deeper than just one artist overshadowing another, because the shift in who Carti leans on for creative counsel tells a much bigger story. Playboi Carti wasn't just another collaborator in Kanye's orbit. For a while, Kanye was something of a mentor, laying down production, shaping sound, and helping Carti refine his style. They joined forces on hits that skyrocketed up the charts, including Carnival, which topped the Billboard Hot 100. Fans loved seeing how Kanye's legendary sense of innovation meshed seamlessly with Carti's raw energy. But with I Am Music, Carti pivoted dramatic, bringing Kendrick on board for multiple standout parts while leaving Kanye's presence minimal. There's a stark contrast between how Carti used to rely on Kanye for direction and how he now leans into Kendrick's artistry. For someone who prides himself on being a musical visionary, Kanye must have felt stunned. fun. Suddenly, he was watching a protege pass him over for a figure that represents the very pinnacle of modern hip-hop, and that's a bitter reality to face. It didn't help that rumors swirled about Kendrick possibly acting as creative director. Though that might have been an overstatement, fans still saw how involved Kendrick was. 3 features, rumor of behind-the-scenes influence, and the synergy he had with Carti's experimental style. Those ingredients proved that Carti found a new muse. The symbolic message? Carti felt he no longer needed Kanye to propel his career. But was this the only blow to Kanye's once mighty influence? Let's explore how a tide of departures has left him more isolated than ever. Kanye's influence on the rap industry used to be almost untouchable. Not only did he consistently chart with groundbreaking albums, but he also served as a creative beacon for emerging acts like Travis Scott, Tyler, the Creator, and yes, Playboi Carti. Yet over the past few years, his reputation has been entangled in constant controversies, from unpredictable interviews to statements that alienated large portions of his fan base. Slowly, top-tier artists began distancing themselves to protect their own images and brands. For a while, Carti remained one of the few who publicly stood by him. After all, Kanye executive produced Whole Lotta Red, ushering Carti into a more eclectic phase that thrilled fans and critics. In return, Carti continued to appear at Kanye's events or hopped on new tracks, but with the new album, that loyalty took a back seat in favor of Kendrick's vision. It's not difficult to imagine how devastating this must feel for Kanye. Losing support from artists he mentored is like watching pillars of his creative empire crumble. As Travis Scott and Tyler, the Creator, stepped away, Kanye still held on to the Carti collaboration as a saving grace. Now, even that final bastion has slipped through his finger sand straight into Kendrick's. Could it get any more uncomfortable for Kanye? You'll see why he's lashing out, especially in light of Kendrick's respectful gestures toward him. What makes this situation particularly fascinating is that Kendrick has often voiced appreciation for Kanye's early work. Even on Carti's album, one of the standout tracks Kanye produced, Backdoor, features Kendrick spitting lines that mesh effortlessly with the soulful beat. Many fans saw this as Kendrick extending a friendly hand, essentially saying, "I still respect your legacy, and I'm not here to steal your spotlight." Yet Kanye's fiery remarks indicate he's in no mood to reconcile. That reaction left rap lovers scratching their heads. Why attack a rapper who voluntarily appeared on your production? Clearly, the feud isn't about the musical chemistry. It runs deeper, perhaps tied to Kanye's fear that he's losing his edge to an artist the world now views as the face of hip-hop. People in Kendrick's camp, such as TDE's Punch, have reportedly been puzzled. They wonder what triggered Kanye to cross such a confrontational line, especially after Kendrick volunteered to enhance a track he produced. Rumors started churning that Kendrick might address these jabs directly in an upcoming verse or project. Historically, Kendrick doesn't remain silent when another rapper publicly disrespects him, but he's also careful about picking his battles. And that's why listeners are on high alert for any future subliminal bars or cryptic lines that might reference "Yay." Could this tension escalate into a full-blown lyrical clash? The stage is set, but nobody knows if Kendrick will engage or simply outshine Kanye with chart-topping tracks. If you're a fan of rap history, you know feuds are part of the culture's fabric. Whether it's about lyrical supremacy, territory, or just plain ego, these conflicts tend to keep audiences hooked and conversations flowing. However, this particular drama underscores a changing of the guard where older icons feel overshadowed by newer giants. Kanye rose from underdog producer to music mogul, dominating charts and cultural conversations. But in 2025, those conversations frequently revolve around Kendrick's unmatched bars, Drake's mainstream appeal, and new-gen artists forging their own paths. Kendrick's unstoppable momentum seems to rattle anyone clinging to past glories. Drake felt the pressure, and now Kanye appears to be buckling under the same weight. The difference is, Drake tried to go toe-to-toe with Kendrick and lost in the public's eye. Kanye, on the other hand, is venting on social media and in interviews, sidelining his own artistry in favor of controversies. This isn't just another rap beef, it's a window into how drastically hip-hop evolves. Fans get to see who adapts to the culture's rapid shifts and who ends up left behind. For better or worse, Kanye's meltdown and Kendrick's calm composure illustrate that the new wave is here and it's not waiting for permission. But will Kanye make a comeback, or is this the point where he forever cements himself as the icon who fell behind while trying to battle every perceived threat? Whenever a legendary rapper takes shots at a fellow superstar, fans expect a response. Kendrick Lamar is no stranger to lyrical daggers. He's penned subtle but biting references to rap rivals before, weaving them so intricately into verses that fans have to decode decode each line. However, he's also proven he's not interested in pointless drama. If there's no artistic or personal benefit, he may simply let the controversy die on its own. Right now, hip-hop watchers are speculating, will Kendrick bring up Kanye's rant on an upcoming track, or will he skip addressing it altogether? Some think he'll slip in a quick line or two, just enough to confirm he's heard the commotion, but not so much as to blow it into a full feud. Others believe he'll stay silent, maintaining his image as an artist who transcends petty clashes. Ultimately, it's Kendrick's call, and he hasn't shown any sign he's eager to stoke more drama, especially after graciously appearing on a Kanye-produced beat. Meanwhile, Kanye's current musical output has stalled. Critics point to his erratic public outbursts and a lack of genuine studio focus as signs he's drifting from the craft that made him legendary. Could his harsh words stem from insecurity about his own relevance? If he hopes to change the narrative, he'll likely need more than unpredictable rants. Audiences want impactful music, and right now, Kendrick is delivering hits that resonate far beyond Kanye's criticisms. So, where does all this leave you, the viewer who loves hip-hop drama and the artists who shape our musical landscape? On one side, there's Kanye, an icon, wrestling with the realization that the rap world might be moving on without him. On the other, there's Kendrick, expanding his influence by helping younger acts like Playboi Carti reinvent themselves and claim higher positions on the charts. Their collision is symbolic of hip-hop's unstoppable evolution. When one artist rises, another may be forced to step aside. Will Kanye's bold statements draw you in and spark a redemptive comeback? Or does Kendrick's calm dominance prove that he's beyond the reach of an angry outburst? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Kendrick should address Kanye directly, or is silence the best revenge? You've heard the rumors, the hot takes, and the controversies, but it's ultimately up to you to decide who remains on top in this whirlwind of shifting alliances and bitter rivalries. One thing's for sure, with every new move Kendrick makes and every outburst Kanye offers, hip-hop keeps evolving and we can't look away.